Welcome to our channel. Today's video isn't about learning English, but about you, your laziness, procrastination, and your life. Before we dive in, I need to tell you something important. Please don't skip this. Pay attention. No one cares if you're lazy. Yes, you heard it right. Nobody cares if you lie in bed all day or waste hours on your phone. Do you know what happens to lazy people? They're forgotten. They build nothing. They achieve nothing. They're always watching from the sidelines as others live their dreams. And yes, life is unfair. But it's not just unfair to you. It's unfair to everyone. You're not special just because you're facing struggles. Everyone has problems. Everyone feels pain. But winners use that pain to grow, while losers let it keep them lazy. If you keep thinking like a victim, your life will never change. So today, I'm going to show you how to break free from laziness, step by step. By the end of this video, you'll understand why you feel lazy and how to stop it. I'll share real, honest examples from everyday life. Not fake motivation, just what works. This will also help you improve your English listening skills and better understand native speakers. Stay with me till the end. Let's begin. 1. Too much information makes you lazy. We are overwhelmed with information in today's world. You open YouTube and hundreds of videos pop up. You scroll through Instagram and see thousands of posts. You want to start something new, so you watch 10 videos about it. But you never begin. Why? Because your brain gets confused. It tires itself out thinking about what to do instead of actually doing it. Here's a simple example. You want to get fit. You search for the best exercises for weight loss. One video says cardio, another says weightlifting, another says try yoga, and another says just walk. Now your brain is full of ideas, but you haven't even moved yet. The solution is simple. Pick one thing and start with that. Don't wait for perfection. Don't watch 10 videos. Don't read 5 books before taking action. Just start. One small action is better than knowing 100 ideas and doing nothing. 2. Work on your life force. You're not lazy. Your body is weak. Sometimes laziness isn't mental. It's physical. Let me ask you, what did you eat this morning? Are you drinking enough water? Are you eating real food or just junk like chips and noodles? When you eat junk all the time, your body has no energy to move, and your brain becomes foggy. You feel sluggish and tired all day. Start small. Drink 2 glasses of water after waking up. Eat fruits or eggs for breakfast, not just tea or coffee. Add protein and vegetables to your meals. Don't skip meals and try to eat on time. Your food is your fuel. A strong body equals a strong mind, which equals less laziness. 3. Small tasks, big wins. Many people feel lazy because they focus only on big tasks. They think, I have to study for 5 hours. I need to clean the whole house. Or, I must work out for 90 minutes. So what happens? Your brain says, that's too much, I can't do it. And you end up doing nothing. But what if you start small? Tell yourself, I'll study for 10 minutes, I'll clean 1 table, or I'll walk for 5 minutes. Now your brain says, yes, I can do that. Once you begin, you create momentum. Small wins boost your confidence and energy. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't think, oh no, I have to brush for 10 minutes. You just do it. Make small tasks a habit. They add up over time. One small task every day leads to massive success in the long run. 4. Build a sustainable routine. Another mistake is trying to create a perfect routine. You write it down. Wake up at 5 a.m., meditate for an hour, study for 4 hours, exercise for an hour, eat healthy, sleep early. Sounds great, right? But it's unrealistic because one day you'll fail, feel guilty, and give up. What you need is a routine that works for you. One that you can follow even when you're tired, sad, or busy. For example, wake up at 7 a.m., not 5, but still early. Meditate for 5 minutes, study for 30 minutes, take a 15-minute walk, have a simple, healthy breakfast, and go to bed before 11 p.m. This is something you can maintain not just for a day but for weeks, months, and years. Success isn't about being perfect for 2 days. It's about doing small, simple things every day for 2 years. 5. What you feel versus what you want. This tip can truly change your life if you grasp it. Most people do what they feel like doing, not what they want for their future. Let me explain. You feel like sleeping longer, so you skip your morning walk. You feel like watching YouTube, so you skip studying. You feel lazy, so you don't clean your room. But what do you want? A fit body? Fluent English? A better future? There's a huge gap between what you feel right now and what you truly want in life. Lazy people always choose their feelings. They live for comfort, for pleasure, for the sofa instead of success. But winners do the opposite. They don't ask, how do I feel? They ask, what do I want? And act accordingly, even when they're tired or low. For example, let's say you wake up at 7 a.m. You feel sleepy and lazy, and you don't want to exercise. Now, ask yourself, do I want to feel comfortable for 30 more minutes? Or do I want to feel proud the entire day? If you sleep again, you'll feel guilty. If you walk, you'll feel strong. That's the difference between lazy people and successful people. Every time you feel lazy, stop and ask, is this what I want for my life? If not, get up and take action. Even one small step is enough. 6. A clean space is self-respect. Laziness isn't just in your mind, it's also in your environment. Look around your room right now. Is your bed messy? Are your clothes on the floor? Is your desk cluttered with dust and trash? Do you have dirty cups lying around? Your space reflects your mind. A messy space equals a messy mind, and a messy mind equals a lazy person. Think about this. When you enter a clean hotel room, how do you feel? Fresh, relaxed, ready to work or rest. Now, imagine walking into a dirty room full of dust, old clothes, and food wrappers. You feel tired just looking at it. You'd want to leave or lie down and scroll your phone. Your environment controls your energy. Cleaning your space is an act of self-respect. It's like telling yourself, I care about me. I value the way I live. I believe I deserve a tidy space. Here's an action step. Start by making your bed each morning. Wipe down your table before going to sleep. Keep all your dirty clothes in one designated spot. Light a candle or use a room spray. These tasks take just 5 to 10 minutes, but they can lift your mood and boost your energy for the whole day. 7. Heal from the past and move forward. Many people appear lazy not because they don't care, but because they are still emotionally wounded. They carry emotional burdens from past events. They're trapped in old memories, painful moments, and past failures. Let's be honest. If someone abandoned you, if your parents didn't support you, if a teacher humiliated you, or your friends ignored you, it does hurt, but you cannot stay stuck there forever. That pain becomes a weight, and that weight turns into inactivity because your mind is constantly stuck in what was instead of what could be. Picture a girl who once failed her exams. She studied diligently but didn't pass. Now, every time she picks up a book, a voice in her head says, what's the use? I'll fail again. I'm not good enough. So she ends up scrolling on Instagram. She's not lazy, she's still hurting. Or think of a boy whose father constantly told him, you're worthless. You'll never make it. Now, whenever he tries to do something, a voice inside whispers, you're not capable. Don't bother. This is emotional paralysis and it's very real. But here's the truth. You are not your history. You can begin again. You can create a new chapter. It won't happen overnight, but healing begins with forgiving yourself, accepting your past, and putting your attention on what lies ahead. Talk to someone. Write down your emotions. Cry if you need to, but once you're done, rise and move forward. 8. Understand that your life can change in a single moment. One of the biggest myths is that change takes years. In reality, transformation starts in a single instant, with one firm decision. You don't have to wait until Monday. You don't need to wait for New Year's Day. You don't require a new phone, fancy clothes, or a gym membership. All you need is one strong decision right now. Take Sarah, for example. She had spent years feeling unmotivated. She slept all day, watched TV, and accomplished nothing. One night, crying, she looked in the mirror and said, that's it. I don't want to live like this anymore. I'm taking my life back. The next morning, she began with small steps. She woke up early. She tidied her room. She read 2 pages of a book. She went for a 10-minute walk. Gradually, she became stronger. But everything began with a single decision. That moment is available to you, too. This second, this message could be your shift. Don't say, "I'll try." Say, "I'm changing now." Say it out loud. I'm not lazy. I'm evolving. 9. Correct your sleep routine. It's running your life. This is one of the most overlooked causes of low motivation. You might think you're lazy, but you could simply be sleep deprived. Your body and mind function like machines. They need quality rest. Not just any sleep, but deep, consistent sleep. Suppose you sleep at 2 a.m. and wake at 10 a.m. You wake up groggy, unmotivated, and heavy. You lie in bed scrolling your phone for an hour. You skip breakfast. You feel drained all day. Now imagine this instead. You go to sleep at 10:30 p.m. and wake at 6:30 a.m. You drink water, step into the sunlight, stretch for 2 minutes. You feel refreshed. You feel ready. That's the power of proper rest. Tips to improve sleep. Avoid screens for at least an hour before sleeping. Don't eat heavy meals at night. Dim the lights after 9 p.m. Maintain the same sleep and wake times every day, even on weekends. Good sleep leads to high energy, which reduces laziness. 10. Reconnect with your purpose. Remember why you started. Laziness often stems not from a lack of energy, but from a lack of direction. You wake up without excitement. You know you should work, but you end up scrolling instead. You have a goal, but you no longer feel connected to it. Why? Because you've forgotten your purpose. Picture this. A 22-year-old girl, from anywhere in the world, grew up in a tiny apartment with a mother who worked 2 jobs just to pay bills. Whenever her mom came home exhausted, she would say, "One day, you'll live a better life than this." That promise became her drive. She studied relentlessly and got accepted into a college abroad. She cried at the airport when hugging her mom goodbye. But a year later, everything shifted. She sits in her dorm, cold winter days, no friends, hard exams, unfamiliar language. She stopped going to class, stays in bed all day, eats junk food, tells herself, "I'll try tomorrow." She's not dumb. She's not lazy. She's simply disconnected from her purpose. Then one day, she gets a message from her mom. "I sent a little extra this month. Please buy something warm." She breaks down and suddenly remembers. She didn't travel abroad just to get a degree. She came to break the chain of poverty, to give her mother a better life, and to prove to herself that she's not defined by past pain. She stands up, opens her laptop, and starts again. When you reconnect with your why, your energy returns. Here's what to do. Take a notebook and write, "Why do I want this life?" Write from your heart. Be real. Make it personal. Put it on your wall. Read it every morning. Whenever you feel unmotivated, revisit your reason, because purpose doesn't let you stay idle. It reminds you that your future matters more than your current feelings. 11. Move your body even if your mind says no. Here's a truth many don't realize. Your mind doesn't control your body controls your mind. If you lie in bed in a dark room scrolling through your phone, your brain starts to believe you're unwell. Even if you're physically fine, your thoughts get foggy, your motivation fades, and you start labeling yourself as lazy or weak. Now imagine this. A man, age 30, lives alone. He lost his job last year. He once used to wake at 7 a.m., exercise, eat well, and plan his day. Now he gets up at 11 a.m., stares at the ceiling, skips brushing his teeth, and doesn't even open his windows. He knows what he should do, but his body doesn't move. So the mind finally agrees. One morning, without overthinking, he slips on his shoes and heads outside. The air is cold. He walks slowly, just 1 block. No phone, no music, only his breath. After 10 minutes, something shifts. The weight on his shoulders eases. His thoughts begin to clear. He starts to feel human again. That night, he falls asleep earlier. The next day, he walks again. Farther this time. Within 2 weeks, he's moving, planning, dreaming again. Not because someone inspired him, but because he made the first move. Take action. Don't wait for motivation to show up. Just get your body in motion. Stretch for 5 minutes. Dance alone in your room. Go outside for a short walk. Open your windows. Let fresh air in. Let sunlight touch your skin. Let your body wake up. Movement stirs emotions. In a body that's active, laziness can't thrive. 12. Stop repeating your pain to everyone. Let's be honest. Many people aren't lazy, they're in pain. But instead of choosing healing, they relive the story. Over and over. Why? Because pain brings attention. Pain becomes identity. Pain becomes a comfort zone. But here's the problem. The more you tell the story, the deeper it digs into your mind. Imagine this. A woman was left by her partner after 7 years. No explanation, no goodbye. She gave her time, her love, her youth, and he walked away. She's devastated. So she begins telling her story. First to friends, then online, then to new people she meets. And people respond with sympathy. You're so strong. That's awful. He didn't deserve you. It makes her feel seen for a moment. But weeks turn to months. Months turn to years. She's still telling the same story. Why? Because she never moved forward. Her pain became her personality. But here's the twist, he moved on. Got married. Had children. And she's still living in 2018. Trauma is real. But it should never be your whole life story. You're meant to write new chapters. So what can you do? Talk to a therapist, not the entire world. Write in a journal. Scream. Cry. Heal privately. Forgive not for them but for your own peace. Stop saying, "This happened to me." Start saying, "This shaped me." You are not your heartbreak. You are not your past. You are not your betrayal. You are what you choose to become afterward. 13. Learn to ask and accept help. This is a major issue today. People suffer quietly. They smile on the outside, but inside they're falling apart. Why? Because they're afraid to say 3 simple words. I need help. Let's say the person is you. You're 25. You're trying to learn something new, coding, English, business, writing. It's tough. Every day you try. Every night it feels like you fail. You're scared people will think you're dumb. You think you should figure it out on your own, so you keep pretending you're fine. But the truth? One of your friends knows that skill inside out. They could help in 5 minutes. But you never ask, because your pride whispers, don't show weakness. Days pass. Weeks pass. You're stuck. You start to believe you're not good enough. So you give up. But the truth is, you didn't fail because you were lazy. You failed because you didn't ask. Nobody does it alone. Everyone who made it had help. They reached out. They learned. They leaned on others. Please hear this. Asking for help is not weakness. Accepting help doesn't make you small. You deserve support. Say it out loud. Can you help me? Say it to a friend, a teacher, a mentor, even a stranger. Pride keeps you stuck. Humility moves you forward. 14. Are the people around you draining your energy? Laziness isn't always about you. It's often about your surroundings. If you're surrounded by people who mock dreams, gossip constantly, discourage progress, and guilt you for growing, you're not in a safe space. You're trapped. Let's look at it emotionally. There's someone out there, it could be you, who wants to grow, to learn, to improve. But every time they try, someone nearby says, relax, it's not that deep. Why so serious? Let's hang out instead. At first, they resist. But over time, they give in. They start skipping goals. Their habits fall apart. They stop reaching higher. Not because they're lazy, but because they're surrounded by the wrong voices. Now they feel drained, confused, unmotivated, and they label it laziness. But it's not, it's emotional fatigue. So ask yourself, who uplifts me? Who believes in me? Who drains me? If someone keeps pulling you down, you don't have to hate them. But you must guard your space. You are allowed to grow beyond people. You are allowed to walk away. You are allowed to build a circle that fuels your fire, not kills it. 15. Are you stuck watching other people's lives? Let's tell the truth. Social media is a trap. You scroll endlessly. You see influencers with perfect lives. Friends getting married. Someone traveling through Europe. Someone else getting a new car. A stranger sharing their success story. A 6 a.m. gym update. And what do? You just watch. And watch. And watch. But what about your life? You start feeling like you're falling behind. Like you don't measure up. Like you've failed. But remember this. You're seeing everyone's highlights, not their reality. You're comparing your unfiltered life to someone's best moments. Then you wonder why you feel empty. You spend hours watching others build dreams and complain yours aren't coming true. That's how laziness sneaks in. Quietly, you start putting your goals off. You feel like there's no point. Why try when everyone else is already winning? But it's time to wake up. Turn the camera around. What if, for just 1 week, you stopped watching and started doing? Imagine where you'd be. Stop watching success like it's a show. Start building your own. Get so focused on yourself that you have no time to compare. Here's the truth. The strongest way to beat laziness is to cut out distractions and commit to your path. Be productive in your own style. Not everyone needs a 5 a.m. routine. Not everyone wants to hustle in a noisy gym. Not everyone wants to follow a list of 50 habits. Maybe you're not a morning person. That's okay. Maybe your focus turns on at 10 p.m. when the world is quiet. Maybe you don't like rigid checklists, but you enjoy writing your goals in a journal. Maybe you don't love HIIT workouts, but you enjoy long walks with music. Productivity doesn't mean copying others. It means understanding what works for you. Someone might write for 2 hours in the morning. You might write after dinner once you've had space to think. Someone might thrive in a busy cafe. You might need complete silence. You unlock real power when you stop forcing yourself to fit into someone else's mold and begin creating systems that match your rhythm. Laziness often hides beneath pressure. But when you build a life designed for you, laziness has nowhere left to live. 17. What story are you telling yourself? Every day we have an inner dialogue. But the issue is, most people tell themselves stories that destroy their motivation. I've always been this way. I'm not someone who finishes things. I'll never change. What's the use? I just don't have discipline. These aren't facts. They're just narratives. And here's the truth. You're the storyteller. You have the power to rewrite them. Instead of saying, I'm lazy, say, I'm learning to stay consistent. Instead of saying, I always quit, say, this time, I'm doing things differently. Words have weight. Thoughts carry power. Your brain listens. If you keep labeling yourself as lazy, your mind will believe it and act accordingly. But if you start identifying as a learner, a fighter, someone who improves daily, your actions will begin to reflect that belief. You're not inherently lazy. You've just been stuck in the wrong story for too long. Now is the time to change that narrative. 18. The halo effect. This is a psychological illusion. The halo effect makes us believe that if someone excels in one area, they must be great at everything else. You scroll through Instagram and see a wealthy, attractive person and assume their life must be perfect. You see someone physically fit and think they must be mentally strong too. You see these people through a lens that turns them into superheroes. And when you compare yourself to that image, what happens? You give up. You don't even attempt. You think, I'm nowhere near them, so why bother? But you don't see their breakdowns, their anxiety, childhood pain, failures, or their lonely nights. Everyone is battling something, but the halo effect hides all of that. You feel like you're not enough because you're chasing a perfect image that isn't even real. Let go of the illusion. Start from where you are with what you've got. That is what's real. 19. Reward yourself. We all carry a child within us. And just like a child wants a chocolate after finishing homework, our minds crave something to look forward to. But instead of rewards, most people punish themselves even after doing something good. You clean your room and say, yeah, but I should have done it yesterday. You study for an hour and say, others are doing more. You take a walk and think, so what? Stop this. You cannot build discipline by treating yourself poorly. Celebrate your small achievements. Finish a task? Have your favorite snack. Woke up early? Watch one guilt-free episode of your favorite show. Wrote one page? Light a candle. Play a song. Smile. Got out of bed on a tough day? Tell yourself, I'm proud of you. When you start giving yourself positive reinforcement, your brain will begin to associate effort with joy, not pressure. That's how you build true, lasting discipline, through kindness, not punishment. 20. The dark truth. You're probably waiting for some big turning point that might never arrive. Here's what most people won't tell you. Laziness isn't always about exhaustion. Often it's about waiting. Waiting for inspiration. Waiting for a sign. Waiting for the ideal Monday. Waiting for the right mindset. Waiting to feel ready. But what if that perfect moment never comes? There are people who said tomorrow 10 years ago. People who waited for motivation but are now waiting for retirement. People who dreamed but never began. If you don't take action now, you might never act at all. That's the reality. There's no perfect time. There's only now. Yes, you might still feel exhausted, broken, afraid. But even so, you can take one small step today. Make your bed. Drink some water. Delete that toxic app. Take a deep breath. Say sorry to yourself for all the delays. And just begin. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Not next week. Today. So pause for a moment. Close your eyes. Ask yourself one honest question. How much longer will you keep postponing your real life? How many dreams will you let die due to waiting? How many years will you spend watching others bloom while you fade? Listen closely. You are not lazy because you're weak. You're lazy because you're tired, scared, confused, and overwhelmed. And that's okay. You're human, not a machine. But remember this, you still carry something powerful within you. You've just forgotten it. You hold the ability to change everything. You can get back up. You can do better little by little. Not by achieving perfection. Not by copying others. But by being you. The real you. The version that tries even when it's hard. The version that keeps going even when no one's watching. The version that finally says, I'm done wasting my life. Don't let laziness rob you of your future. Stand up. Start small. Start even if you're broken. Start even if you're tired. But start. Because someday you'll look back at this moment and say, that's when everything changed. And you'll be proud. The world will be proud. But most importantly, you'll be proud of yourself. And before you go, if you want to improve your life and learn English in a real, emotional, and powerful way, hit that subscribe button. This isn't just a channel. It's a family. For those who want to grow, learn, and never give up. Here we speak with truth. We grow with courage. We learn English by learning life. So don't miss the next video, because your journey is just beginning. And I'll be right here, walking alongside you every step of the way. Now go. Begin again. You can do this. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed our recording, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel so you don't miss any future audiobooks.